Okay. All right. Let's go. Okay. Thank you for joining me for today's Lunch and Learn with your host, Dan Hotka. And let's see. There's my short non-disclosure. And I am an Oracle ACE director. I don't know if I'm getting any new folks out on these videos or not, but I don't know who watches them off of YouTube. So we'll just go through the same little intro, so bear with me. I am an Oracle ACE director. We're to share our knowledge and enthusiasm amongst the Oracle community. I like doing these lunch and learns to share. You can also see me at user groups and trade show events. I'll be at Collaborate, I'll be at RMUG, and I'm hoping to be at ODTUG, Oracle Tools Development Group. Anyway, I'm well published on my website, or you can just email me. My website's conveniently plastered on everything. To get the links for the Lunch and Learn announcements, you'll get an announcement. I do have a public class coming up. We'll talk about that shortly. I do regularly blog on toadworld.com. I do training for a living. I got one course fee. I'm very affordable. I got portable computer labs. Very easy for me to come on site and do a class. Right now, I also offer classes over the web. I like those. I have the Advanced PL SQL class coming up next week. It is not too late to get involved. This could easily be named New Features for Developers. And I can give a great group rate. I've got a good individual rate. So I do these other courses as well. Today we're going to talk about some new Oracle syntax. Okay, the presentations and slides will be on my website shortly. Again, next week, Central Time Zone, 9 a.m. Central Time Zone. The lectures are about 3 hours a day. Very hands-on oriented class. The people that are remote, if you don't have an Oracle, we use the Oracle Express off the Oracle website. That will work well for the class as well. But very, very good class, and lots of knowledge to share there. Hoping to get a few more people into the class. Today's topic is on some new SQL syntax, the approximate count. The website will have a link to my blog where you can read a little bit more about approximate count, but basically the information that's there is also in this presentation. Okay, the count function's kind of nice. Okay, over the years, you select count from some table with some where clause, and it'll return the count. You select count star from some table, and it will return you how many rows are in the table. What I have discovered over the years is you can count asterisk, or you can count these ones. It'll count the ones that return from the rows. One of these will work faster than the other, okay? And the count one seems to work faster on my Intel platform, okay? So the examples that I'm using today have 61,400 rows in them. Each of the rows repeat 4 times. And I'm using an Oracle 11.2 database for the count example. And then the approximate count that I'm going to show you shortly is an Oracle 12 Release 2 new feature. So the select count, I've got the auto trace turned on, and I've got timing set on. Okay, so the select count from master on my Intel platform, 0.42 seconds. Okay, so didn't take very long to run. There's the explain plan. And then the select count 1 from master down here, same thing, but select 1 rather than an asterisk. It ran slightly faster. And I did use a different account. So if it's showing the same one here, but I did use a different account, so these rows were not cached. Okay? So it did run a little bit faster. What Oracle Release 2 has introduced is this approximate count distinct. Okay? And what this does is if it's good enough, like you're counting, you don't need exact order counts by state, but you know, how are our orders looking for the state of Iowa, for the state of Nebraska, for the state of Texas? What are the rough counts? In other words, I don't need an exact count. If I drill down on it, I can get exact information. But for a website where you want it really quick and doesn't have to be exactly accurate, this approximate count distinct works great. I was very, very pleased with it. The Oracle documentation says 97% accurate. I don't know what they mean by or how they arrived at that number. It doesn't count null values, so be careful if you're counting something that has nulls in it. Okay? And it works something like this. There's my select count distinct. Okay, from master, there's the 15,350 rows, and we got a nice explain plan. So there's the count, the old technology, select count distinct to get that, and it ran, notice it ran in 0.28, and it did a, basically it did the full table scan, and then it did a hash type function on the count. Okay, Oracle decided to do that. So there's the sort for the aggregate function, and the actual count actually happened up here. But you can see that in the explain plan that Oracle came up with an internal row count, and it kind of rewrote that query into some sort of a subquery, it looks like. But at any rate, when you use the approximate count distinct, okay, not only did it run significantly faster, I did use different login accounts so that these rows would not be cached. And the approximate count distinct ran significantly faster, and it produced an explain plan with far fewer rows. So a more efficient operation, or so it appears. Less work, less count, or less time. And notice the account was approximate. 15,247, I believe, is within the 97%. If you divide one into the other, I'm going to go back a slide. You divide one into the other, I can do the math real quick, but you divide one into the other, I believe that's 98 or 99%. So, all right. What doesn't it do? Clobs, blogs, longs, nclobs, bfiles. Basically, the same types of things that Oracle doesn't do when it introduces new technology, the types of things that they introduce on the next release perhaps, but it doesn't, you can't count those things. And the approximate count is new to the release 2 of Oracle 12.1. It works faster than count distinct, and it works well when close enough is good enough. Looks like I forgot to put the link in here, but the other one has a link to read my blog post. Okay? And what we've talked about is some new Oracle syntax in Oracle 12 Release 2. The slides and the presentation to this, and the link to this presentation will be on my website shortly. Tell your friends. Let me know if you have a training need at your site. Let me know ASAP if you're interested in the Advanced PL SQL class next week. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good day.